deliver the goods on the biggest stage he has ever fought on. Said that Sam A has a glass jaw. Body shot there from Prajanchai with the blue tape around his gloves.
Yeah, it was really interesting to talk to Prajanchai this week about, how he sees this match playing out. He says he really wants to set up a lot of the high kick because he saw Panpayak knock out Sam A with a high kick. So he wants to use that same weapon to finish Sam A. He's expecting to go to the body, go to the legs, get Sam A to drop his hands and go up top with a big head kick.
Double jab to a cross there from Prajanchai. Sam A faked the front kick, shot a jab out. Sam A with a round kick out of that southpaw stance. Prajanchai tries to hook him.
And he's got some lightning fast hands, Michael. The way that Prajanchai closes that distance with those hand combinations, he did spend 18 months training for the Thai Olympic boxing teams. That's why we're seeing a very hand-heavy attack coming from Prajanchai.
Multiple punches. The Thais tend to load up on their single strikes, but not Prajanchai. Volume boxing from him. Nice jab. Very much more the jabs of a boxer rather than of a Muay Thai athlete.
I've always appreciated the way that Sam A is able to move around the circle. He utilizes the space so well to set up his counter shots. And I actually spoke to Prajanchai about that, and they said he says he has a cage at PK Sanchai Muay Thai gym. So they've been, rehearsing exactly how he wants to utilize that distance and close the distance to get inside on Sam A.
Of course, it's not uncommon for Thais to both box and be Muay Thai athletes. The most famous, of course, the greatest Muay Thai athlete of all time, Samat Payakaroon, was a fantastic boxer. Round kick there from Sam A. Double jab to a round kick off the right leg from Prajanchai. Eats Sam A's right hand. Jab two from Prajanchai.
Sam A's also very comfortable in the small gloves, and you can see that with his defense. I like the way he keeps his right hand in his face and deflects the punches. He hasn't taken a lot of clean shots yet from Prajanchai.
It's really these subtleties of Sam A's movement that you've got to watch for. Often you can really only see it in slow motion on replays. It is so subtle, but it's beautiful. A moving work of art in the circle. That is Sam A.
Michael, look at that left hand of Sam A's. It's just ready, cocked, and loaded.
Oh, that right hand from Prajanchai. That was cocked and loaded and gets the knockdown.
He's got to be careful, man. Prajanchai carries that power, especially in these small gloves. That's a knockdown right there. That's an automatic 10-8.
10-8 rounds of Prajanchai. He is that good. As I said, one of, if not the top pound-for-pound Muay Thai athlete in Thailand. Prajanchai, 10-8 first round. 5 rounds of action. Main event, elbow from Prajanchai.
He's got to be careful in those exchanges. You can see just how fast that Prajanchai is. He's got an incredible hand speed.
We'll just tell you, though, that we think it's a 10-8 round for a Prajanchai in the first. Those aren't official scores. But we do believe a 10-8 round on our scorecards for Prajanchai. Front kick there. It's just too fast for Sam A at the moment. And the volume. Hard for Sam A to establish any rhythm. Prajanchai always moving. Look at that, doesn't fight like a regular Muay Thai fighter, Mitch.
Because you've seen that jab. That's like 3 jabs that he's able to fire off with rapid succession. He's extremely fast, and speed has been one of the main attributes of Sam A. It's important to remember that as you age, speed and reaction time are usually the first things to go. And those are Sam A's best attributes.
And now you know why Prajanchai came to the circle dressed as the Flash. He's fast.
I might have giggled at the beginning, but I am seeing exactly why he embodies the Flash, because, man, this guy is quick.
There's the jab again. Step through knee from Sam A. Ooh, the top of the right hand from Prajanchai. Accuracy, the timing, the speed, phenomenal. Sam A misses with the head kick. Doesn't often do that.
All the One Championship fans are getting a clean look at what made Prajan Chai is so dominant on the Thai circuit.
High kick from Sam-A.
That's what Sam-A has to do. Earn the respect, slow him down.
Hear these blows as they thud into one another. The deep exhale every time that Prajan Chai throws. Sounds like a steam train about to roll out of the station.
What I do think is going to happen, Michael, is Prajan Chai is going to adjust to the distance. We're seeing right now that a lot of these, big hooks that he's throwing are just barely missing. The overhand right and the hook are just, narrowly missing Sam-A. Sam-A's got to keep his guard nice and tight because Prajan Chai is going to close the distance and get a little bit tighter.
Oh,
that's what he did right there. Look at that, see? That's what I'm talking about. He adjusted. He moved in closer to throw that three punch.
More combinations than a Rubik's Cube from Prajan Chai. Another beautiful round from him.
It's because he spent so much time working on just his hands. 18 months to just throw hands is a long time for a Thai athlete, and he did that. And you can see the improvements that he's made.
Folks, you can never write off Sam-A. He is a master, a wily veteran. Give him the slightest opening and he will take it. He will close the show. Good evasion from Sam-A. You feel that he's up the gusto, up the tempo now, the champion.
Sam-A's starting to exchange. He's getting drawn into it right now. He's got to be careful. He's got to keep that chin nice and tucked and make sure he circles out at the end of the combination. He doesn't want to stand still toe-to-toe with Prajan Chai.
There is the danger, however, that Prajan Chai, knowing that he wants to back up his words, that he said that Sam-A has a glass jaw, that he feels he needs to knock him out to be a man of his word, could get a little heady. Could overextend, overreach, and maybe get caught with a counter from Sam-A. Sam-A trying to stay off the fence here. Oh, left hand caught him and just wrenched the head.
Sam-A's taking a lot of these shots pretty clean. He's still in there.
Again, two punches getting in. And a right hand there from Prajan Chai. Total ownership in the boxing. Sam-A with no answers yet.
I'd like to see Sam-A start utilizing that left kick a little bit more. There it is. Just keep going to the body over and over again. Try to take some of the air out of Prajan Chai.
Sam-A is so fast, always mentioned. This is the first time I've ever seen someone make Sam-A look slow.
It's just the combinations that he's throwing. He's also throwing more volume than Sam-A is. Sam-A's throwing one or two shots while Prajan Chai is throwing threes and fours.
Nice.
It's almost like the same amount of time that the shots are taken. Sam-A's two punches are the same as Prajan Chai's four.
That three-punch combo. Roundhouse kick off the back leg. Jab again from Prajan Chai. Gloves up very high on the challenger. He's getting used to those 4-ounce gloves. The difference in distance, especially in defense. Final seconds of another impressive round for Prajan Chai. Some damage on the face of Sam-A.
Wow, man, not just checking the kick or leaning back, but ducking underneath the kick. Twice.
Amazing. What an amazing showcase we are seeing in our main event.
We've seen Sam-A a lot of times really start to excel in those championship rounds. He did it against Rocky Ogden. He did it against Wong. He starts to figure his opponents out and really understands where they're strong. And he starts to capitalize on those moments. But he's got to do something about those. It's getting touched with those hand combinations and then staying there, not circling out. I like how he answered back with a kick right there. That's what he has to do. He has to try to counter the speed with his own power. That's a tale of two fights right there. Look at the difference in face, Michael.
Yeah, hematoma under the right eye of Sam A. Some little cuts to the bridge of the nose, maybe a slight one on the forehead. Prajanchai relatively clean and blemish-free. Sam A's got to find a way to work out, to solve the riddle of Prajanchai. Penultimate round.
If Sam A's going to stand in the pocket with Prajanchai, I wouldn't be mad at a clinch. Clinch up with him, utilize some of those elbows. Sam A has beautiful elbows off of the clinch, too.
I've got every round to Prajanchai so far with a 10-8 opener on my unofficial scorecard. Catch, overhand elbow, round kick from Sam A. The elbow may be the good idea when Prajanchai comes on the inside. Good elbow there from Prajanchai to the jaw. Armband just coming loose. Inside leg kick. Catch. Counter off the left hand, then a high kick from Sam A. Step through knee from the champion. Taking jabs through a rangefinder, moves into clinch range, elbow range.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Sam A does a brilliant job of exiting out of the clinch and then firing his weapons. He needs to make this dirty, not allow Prajanchai to be so comfortable and pick his shots.
Sam A gets Prajanchai back against the fence. Oh, tags him! Beautiful punch! Best punch of the fight so far from Sam A. Can he swing the support leg? Yes, does upend it.
This is a better round for the champ.
It is.
Looks like it could have been a low blow.
Injury time will allow 3 minutes, a duration of a round recovery here. For Prajanchai. Sam A gives a nod to his corner. Don't worry about me. A man of 1,000 surprises, every trick in the book, and he wrote quite a few of those tricks himself, Sam A. Mitch, your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I agree with you in thinking that the first 3 rounds, might have went to Prajanchai just based on volume, striking superiority, and just really circle control, but he also had that knockdown in the first, so you got to think that the first 3 are Prajanchai's, but this round right here, Sam A starting to establish himself, find a rhythm, and also show more aggression.
That left hand he landed also will give tremendous confidence to the champion. Go, aha, I can land cleanly on you. I've just got to find the right moments to put it on the button.
But if he is down 3 rounds, that means he needs a knockout, or at least a knockdown in these next 2 rounds.
Sam A coming forward on Prajanchai. Unable to establish that jab in this round, as he has in the previous round. Side kick there. Where is the jab? Prajanchai.
Prajanchai's got a nice punch kick, or kick punch, really. He throws that right hand, or if he throws that right kick, that right hand follows it. You can barely even see it. I think I need to go back home and watch this fight at half speed, man.
Oh, this is beautiful. That's the first thing I'm doing when I get back to my hotel room. I'm watching this again. This is just exquisite for a time. Sam A round kick. He's been going there all night off the back leg to the upper right rib cage. Sam A, another round kick. That time went a little higher.
See that kick punch right there? Boom, he lands that right kick and then follows it right up with the right hand. That's scoring, Michael.
Prajanchai has forgotten his jab in this round. Where is it? He was using it so well for 3 rounds away from gold in one Super Series. Sam A have another great round. Can he drop or knock out Prajanchai? Aggressive start from Sam A. Nice left hand down the center, high left round kick. Left hand again from Sam A. Right hand leads here. Oh, the elbow from Prajanchai. Sam A tries to dump him. Here comes Sam A eats another elbow on the inside.
Michael, you are right, though. That left hand is not being thrown as often as it was in the first three.
Oh, he dumps him. Sam A just dumped him. And that'll boost the confidence of the champion.
See, he's using his left to kind of paw, and then he throws the right kick, followed by that right hand.
I wonder if it's injured. Overhand right, there's a jab to a right hand from Prajanchai. But it's not the volume jab we saw in the first three. Sam A, you feel that his confidence is flowing now. Prajanchai's hands are dropping. He may be starting to tire the high left round from Sam A. Elbows, look out for the elbows here. No, Sam A tried to dump him. Right hand lead, there's the elbow from Sam A. Another one from Prajanchai, uppercut elbow. Knees from Sam A. Now we're seeing the clinch work come into play. It's a Muay Thai treat. A Muay Thai smorgasbord in our main event.
This is Sam A's moment. This is his chance to lean on that championship experience. The weapons of Prajanchai have become reduced. He's throwing that right hand lead now. He's not mixing in the jabs.
Something is wrong with that left hand, the jabbing hand of Prajanchai. And Sam A take advantage. 1 minute remaining in our main event for the world title. Sam A, who was dropped in the final seconds of the opening round. Good left hand by Sam A. Can he get on the inside? Crack an elbow to the jaw, to the temple, to the nose of Prajanchai. Catch, counters, good left hand.
That's the first time that he's thrown that left in a while.
Good pirouette there from Sam A. Back to center circle, half a minute now. Forearm check against the round kick. Outside leg kick, Prajanchai. Still loading up the right hand, Prajanchai. Oh, how about that? Between the eyes from Sam A.
Nice accuracy from Sam A.
Oh, and again from Sam A, and there's the rib kick. Sam A again. Final seconds. And a good final round from the champion, I feel. On my very unofficial scorecard, 10-8 opening round for Prajanchai. He took 2 and 3. Sam A took 4 and 5.
That's pretty close, Michael. I think 2 could have been, I don't know, man. I think it was coming off that knockdown. Prajanchai still had the motion, but man, that hand speed is something intense. When Prajanchai lets it go, it is a sight to behold.
Mitch, you've got to wonder if that first round knockdown is going to make the difference here. Will that be the decider?
Well, unless the round is really close, the judges will a lot of time give you a 10-8 round if you score a knockdown, but you never know when things go to the judges' scorecards. That was an entertaining scrap, man. Sam A still got it. He brought the fight to the young Prajanchai.
You saw all 8 weapons of Muay Thai. The knees, the elbows, the kicks, the punches from 2 of the finest to ever do it. Prajanchai looking for career victory number 338. Sam A looking for victory number 371. Will Sam A retain the belt, or will Prajanchai become the new champion?
One championship, Mr. Chatri Sityodong. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner by way of majority decision, and new 1 strawweight Muay Thai World Champion, Prajanchai.
He is phenomenal. He is Prajanchai. He is the world champion. The reign of gold over the circle. The reign of gold starts tonight for Prajanchai. We've entered a new era in One Super Series, a true passing of the torch. From the hands of 37-year-old Sam A, it goes into the hands of 26-year-old Prajanchai. Congratulations from the chairman and CEO, Chatri Sitchatong. The boxing, the volume, the speed, the accuracy. You could see why all the talk, all the hype was real on Prajanchai. What a moment for him after a spectacular